The scent of turpentine and forgotten secrets clung to Alistair Finch like a second skin. He was a painter, yes, but not just any painter. His canvases were portals, his brushes wands. He could imbue his art with life, his creations stepping off the painted plane to breathe the same air he did. It was a gift, a curse, and until recently, a carefully guarded secret. It began subtly, a flicker in the eye of a painted crow, the rustle of leaves in a landscape that mirrored the changing seasons outside his studio window. He dismissed it as exhaustion, a byproduct of pouring his soul into his work. But when the Harlequin, a life-sized painting commissioned by a reclusive collector named Silas Thorne, winked at him, Alistair knew denial was no longer an option. The Harlequin, a mischievous rogue in a diamond-patterned suit, became Alistair's unwilling confidant. "Thorne knows," the Harlequin rasped, his painted voice surprisingly deep. "He knows about your talent, and he desires it." Thorne was a shadowy figure, a collector of the arcane and the unusual. Alistair had dismissed him as eccentric, wealthy, and harmless. Now the Harlequin's warning painted a different picture. "What does he want?" Alistair asked, pacing his studio, brushes scattered like fallen soldiers. "To control you, your gift," the Harlequin replied, leaning against the easel, his painted grin unnervingly wide. "He believes your art can unlock something, a power long forgotten." The Harlequin directed Alistair to a hidden compartment within Thorne's mansion, a secret he gleaned from being a painted observer. It spoke of the Aethel Library, a repository of lost knowledge hidden beneath the city, guarded by intricate illusions and forgotten magic. Driven by a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity, Alistair decided to seek out this library. He needed to understand what Thorne wanted and how his art fit into the collector's grand scheme. Alistair spent weeks deciphering the journal. He learned that the Aethel Library wasn't a single location, but a network of interconnected chambers scattered beneath the city, each accessible through a specific artistic key, a painting imbued with a particular emotion or symbolism. His first key was the Weeping Willow, a melancholic landscape that evoked a sense of loss and longing. Alistair painted it, pouring his own anxieties and fears into the canvas. When the painting was complete, the willow's branches swayed in a non-existent breeze, and a single tear rolled down the canvas. Following the instructions in the journal, Alistair placed the painting in a specific alcove in his studio. The alcove shimmered, the air crackling with energy, and a doorway materialized, revealing a dark, twisting staircase. The Harlequin, now perched on his shoulder, offered a sardonic grin. "Well, artist, are we going to face our doom or admire our handiwork all day?" Alistair took a deep breath and stepped through the doorway. The staircase spiraled down into the earth, the air growing colder and heavier with each step. The smell of damp earth and decaying paper filled his nostrils. He emerged into a vast chamber, its walls lined with towering shelves overflowing with books, scrolls, and artifacts. The air hummed with latent power. He navigated the labyrinthine shelves, guided by the journal's cryptic clues. He discovered forgotten languages, lost histories, and forbidden magic. He learned that Thorne sought to unlock a dormant power within the library, the ability to rewrite reality itself. As Alistair delved deeper, he attracted the attention of the Guardian, a spectral figure formed from pure knowledge, its form constantly shifting and reforming. It tested Alistair, posing riddles and illusions designed to break his mind. Meanwhile, Thorne was closing in. He had sensed Alistair's intrusion into the library and was determined to stop him. He dispatched his, quote, collectors, shadowy figures skilled in the art of acquisition and intimidation, to hunt Alistair down. Alistair found himself in a race against time, pursued by Thorne's collectors and challenged by the Guardian. He realized he needed to find a way to neutralize Thorne's plan and protect the library from falling into the wrong hands. The journal hinted at a nullification codex, a book containing the counterspell to Thorne's reality-altering ritual. The Hall of Mirrors was a disorienting maze of reflections, each mirror showing a distorted version of reality. Illusions preyed on the mind, twisting perceptions and blurring the line between what was real and what was not. Alistair, guided by the Harlequin, navigated the treacherous hall, relying on his artistic eye to distinguish the genuine from the fabricated. He found the nullification codex hidden behind a seemingly unbreakable mirror. The Harlequin, in a moment of unexpected selflessness, revealed that he was more than just a painting. He shattered the mirror, sacrificing his own existence to clear the path for Alistair. Alistair grieved the loss of his companion, but he knew he had to press on. He retrieved the nullification codex and began deciphering its intricate symbols. Thorn finally confronted Alistair in the library's central chamber, a vast rotunda bathed in ethereal light. He was surrounded by his collectors, their faces hidden in shadow. "You should have stayed in your studio, Finch," Thorn said, his voice cold and devoid of emotion. "My talent is mine to control," Alistair retorted, holding the nullification codex aloft. "And I won't let you use it to rewrite reality to your twisted desires." Thorn unleashed his collectors, but Alistair was ready. He used his paintings as weapons, summoning creatures and illusions to defend himself. He painted a raging inferno, engulfing the collectors in flames. He painted a stone golem, crushing them with its immense strength. He painted a blinding light, disorienting them with its blinding brilliance. Alistair, fueled by adrenaline and a burning sense of purpose, fought with a ferocity he never knew he possessed. He finally faced Thorn, who was now channeling the library's power, his eyes glowing with an unnatural light. Thorn unleashed a torrent of energy, attempting to overwhelm Alistair. Alistair, using the knowledge gleaned from the nullification codex, countered Thorn's attack. He chanted the counterspell, his voice echoing through the chamber. The symbols on the codex glowed, and a wave of pure energy emanated from him, disrupting Thorn's connection to the library. Alistair seized the opportunity and painted a void, a canvas of pure nothingness. He threw the painting at Thorn, the void engulfing him, erasing him from existence. The library fell silent. The collectors, their master gone, dissipated into shadows. Alistair, exhausted but victorious, collapsed to his knees. He had saved the Ethel Library and prevented Thorn from rewriting reality. The Guardian appeared before him, its form now serene and benevolent. "You have proven yourself worthy, Alistair Finch," it said. "You are now its protector." Alistair knew he couldn't stay in the library forever. He had a life to return to, a studio to fill with art. But he also knew that he had a responsibility to protect the Ethel Library from future threats. He closed the doorway to the library, sealing it behind the weeping willow. He returned to his studio, changed by his experience. He was no longer just a painter. He was a guardian, a protector of lost knowledge. He continued to paint, his art now imbued with a deeper meaning, a greater purpose. And occasionally he would hear the faint whisper of a painted rogue, a reminder of the sacrifice made in the Hall of Mirrors. The Harlequin may have been gone, but his memory and the courage he inspired would live on in Alistair's art forever. Years passed. Alistair continued to guard the Ethel Library, occasionally venturing into its depths to learn from its ancient texts. One day, while exploring a previously undiscovered chamber, he stumbled upon a hidden painting, a portrait of a mischievous rogue in a diamond-patterned suit.